Hello everybody, Silverpicker here, and in today's video we are going to be uncovering the secrets behind gold mining. Everything from A to Z about how that coveted, shiny, yellow-colored metal makes its way from the ground all the way into your jewelry, your bullion, or even your electronics. Yes, almost all modern electronics from your iPhone to your Xbox have gold in it. So anyway, enough with the jibber jabber, grab your pickaxe and let's get mining. So there are two main methods for extracting gold from the ground. There's panning and there's mining. Panning is something that anyone can do, even as an individual, and there are tons of YouTube channels that are dedicated to just that. So what they do is they scout out a good location, usually along a river, they scoop up some mud from the river, and they start to pan it out in their special pans. What happens is the very heavy gold gets stuck in the grooves of the pan while all the dirt and silt washes away and you're left with all the gold. Prospecting is an oft-romanticized adventure that brings to mind old-timey prospectors out west in the 1800s, and it's something that I would love to try myself. And in fact, I have tried an at-home gold panning kit with mixed results. And if you're interested in seeing that, it's linked below in the description or in the card over here. Mining, on the other hand, is typically a large-scale, sophisticated operation. When done correctly, the mining company brings together a team of experts, including engineers, scientists, in addition to the business people. Before the gold can be extracted from the earth, they need to identify a property, drill holes, collect samples, test them, and then eventually build infrastructure so that the operation can go as smoothly and as efficiently as possible. Now, this sounds simple enough, but doing so profitably is much easier said than done, meaning that the gold that they extract from the ground is worth more than the costs of the machinery, the labor, etc. that they put into getting it out of the ground. So we're going to go through the whole process of gold mining, and we're going to use the sponsor of today's video, Great Pacific Gold Corp, as the example throughout to illustrate how it all works. Step one is prospecting, and that starts out very similarly to gold panning. A team of prospectors go out into the wild with geological maps, with metal detectors, and a keen eye for what to look for in terms of gold deposits, and then when they strike gold, well, quite literally, then they start to set up shop and move on to the next steps. And in terms of Great Pacific Gold Corp, they focus their prospecting in a very, very gold-rich part of the world, including Australia and Papua New Guinea. Step two is exploration and planning. That's when they bring in the real brain power. They bring in the geologists, the scientists, the engineers, and they study rock formations, they test soil samples, they conduct all sorts of other chemical tests to find the exact best place to start the extraction. And that ends up saving a lot of time and money down the road. Great Pacific absolutely knocked this step out of the park. Within their core geographies, they acquired 3 new projects in Papua New Guinea in addition to the projects they already had in the Fosterville area of Victoria, Australia, including a land package with historical high-grade production. And their team is nothing to sneeze at either. Almost everyone on their team has had literal decades of experience in the mining industry, with most of their top brass actually running other mining companies, including the famed K92 mining tenements. In fact, Great Pacific CEO Brian Slusarchuk is the former co-founder and president of K92 Mining. Great Pacific director Chris Muller is the executive vice president of exploration of K92 Mining, and Great Pacific's advisor John Lewins is the CEO of K92 Mining. Now in step 3 we get to the actual mining, and there are 2 main types. One is called open pit mining, where they basically remove a bunch of soil and rocks from the top layer to expose the gold ore underneath in an open pit. And the second is underground mining. That's probably what you're thinking of, where they use a series of tunnels and shafts to get to the gold ore within the earth. But in either case, the main method of actually getting that gold ore out of the earth is by filling it up with dynamite and blowing the thing to bits. Yes, I am not joking, that is actually how it's done. And Great Pacific will probably target both methods depending on which one's most appropriate for a given project. And hoo-hoo-wee are their projects exciting. Now, they've got 3 projects in Papua New Guinea and 6 in Australia. And if you want to learn more, you can go to their website, greatpacificgoldcorp.com, which is linked below. But let's take a look at 2, one in each country. And we're going to start with one in Papua New Guinea called the Wild Dog Project. And we're going to start there because frankly, that is a badass name for a gold mine. Cool name, but even cooler opportunity. And that's because everybody's excited about this project, because back in the 1980s, scientists drilled over 1,000 samples at that site, and the previous mining company extracted over 39,000 troy ounces of gold, which in today's dollars is over $90 million in gold. But that area has never been explored or mined with modern 21st century technology, and Great Pacific is just about to break ground on that project, and everyone is super hyped. While much of the public focus has been on their Papua New Guinea project, projects because of the future potential. One of the highest grade gold discoveries of 2023 of last year was at their Comet project in Victoria, Australia, just south of the Fosterville mine. And for people in the industry and people in the know, the Fosterville mine has been one of the highest margin, highest purity gold mines throughout various points of history in the entire world. Now, gold mining doesn't end with the mining, and that's where step 4 comes in, which is crushing and grinding. After all the mines have been blown to bits, the trucks come in, they're loaded up with all the ore, and they're driven off to the grinder and crusher facility, which is usually located right near the mine. So these giant crushers where all the ore is thrown in and crushed into small rocks and bits, and then those bits are put into grinders and they're ground into a fine powder. And this increases the surface area of the rocks, which has the gold in it, and that helps with the next step. Now that the gold ore is a fine powder, we can move on to the final step, refining. Because there are lots of impurities mixed in with the gold, you have to use a bunch of different chemical processes to remove it. So the gold is washed in these chemicals and the gold is separated from the impurities. Sometimes these impurities can be valuable as well and can be sold in the market, such as silver or copper. The rest of the impurities are thrown away and you're left with pure, shiny gold that can be used for jewelry, bullion, or computer chips. And that's the story of gold mining. From the belly of the earth to the bullion in your stack, that is gold mining. And while you can't buy any bullion directly from Great Pacific Gold Corp, you can get gold mining exposure in your portfolio by investing in the company and buying their stock. And if you're interested, the stock ticker symbol in Canada is GPAC, and if you're in the US, it's FSXLF. So if you're interested, links are below and you can learn more. Great Pacific Gold Corp is a really cool company with very, very exciting prospects, but remember, every single investment has risk associated with it, and that's why it's incumbent on you to do your own research. I am not a financial advisor. This is my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. This should not be construed as financial advice. I simply wanted to take you on the journey from, as I said, the belly of the earth to the bullion in your stack and teach you all about gold mining. And I used Great Pacific Gold Corp as a backdrop as a thank you for their sponsorship of the video and supporting my channel where I teach people about coin collecting, precious metals investing, personal finance, and lots of other cool things. If you like those kind of videos, by the way, hit the subscribe button. Anyway, I had a lot of fun with this video. I hope you did too. Let me know if you have any questions about gold mining or gold investing in the comments below. I've got a lot more awesome stuff coming down the pike, so stay tuned, and until then, Silver Picker out. A huge thank you to all of my wonderful patrons. You guys are amazing. I cannot thank you enough. If you're not yet a patron but want to support my channel, the links are below, and you'll get access to my private Discord server. I cannot wait to meet you there.